constancy, which we used to pride ourselves for, and we saw it as a virtue, is really a thing of the past. While previously it suggested stability, continuity, now it is vulnerability, really, because stasis will always be something that will be pushed out of sight, because people prefer to associate with the new, with the different, with the exotic, perhaps, the beautiful. So what I would like to suggest is, as we think of that topic, is to think of ourselves as an entity that needs to reinvent itself at the pace at which our context changes. And what it really takes in order to undergo that journey, because it really is a journey that will be arduous, that will be even perilous. It will cause casualties because some members of the community will not be willing to go there. They will cling to the old, in a very rigid way. And we need to be accepting of the fact that there will be casualties, that we don't allow ourselves to be lulled into including people who are tree huggers in that journey that needs to happen now, because it's already late in the context of time and where the change is flowing. So leaders of this community need to develop their serrated edge. They need to be willing to pull the trigger on things and admit to themselves and everyone else around them that this is not the game of yesterday. This will require new attitudes. It will require some pain to dislodge people from their current level of thinking. And in that sense, it will take on a sort of a cruel dimension almost, because it is an omega point. We're really at a cusp of a change that is not appealing to everyone. And leaders of the old guard may not have the courage, and I really mean courage, to simply say, we need to reframe here. This requires a new set of players with different competencies. And the old stars are only stars if they can add to the technical virtuosity the attitude of, here we go. We will recreate ourselves and not get stuck with our previous brilliance. So the leader here will be imperative, because the leader will set the pace, the leader will set the tone, the leader will have to select and deselect in order to come up with that new cast, if I may term it that way. And again, even on that level, there may be leaders that have to deselect themselves, salute and step out of the way, which many of them will be reluctant to do. So there is a collective need to simply say, not just to survive, but to reestablish ourselves as with a new value proposition. We need not only new thinking, but also perhaps new leaders, unless they're willing and able to step into that new role, make the necessary changes, and move on.